Hello, Eagle fans. Chris Nccu'S of the NCCU Sports Network as preparations for the 2014 season continue. We're talking to the tight ends coach here at North Carolina Central, Mike McCarthy, who joins us here today. Coach, thanks for joining us first and foremost. But how are things going in the preseason with your group here?
Well, first, I'd like to thank you for having me. I'm really excited to have the opportunity to talk to you. As far as from a tight end standpoint, I'm really excited. I think we got a lot of depth in which, the spring we really didn't have, unfortunately. I'll start off with Kevin Staten. He's a senior. When I first got here, didn't hear a lot about Kevin Staten. And, as time went on, within a couple practices, I had an opportunity to see his skill set, and I was really excited. He's physical at the point of attack. He can really block. He's got a great football IQ, and I really think, Eagle fans are going to hear about Kevin Staten this year, which, we're really excited about in the room, and he's become a leader too. So.
Well, that's the thing about Kevin. Kevin's a very interesting character, first and foremost, and, of all the players that I've gotten to know here over the last few years, if he ever gets going offensively, I tell you what, fans are gonna love it because he's such a character. And again, that leadership certainly can help the rest of the guys too.
Sure, absolutely, and he plays with such a high energy, and that's critical. And he's really, for instance, we got Javon Simmons in there. That's another tight end we just got, and he was a highly recruited kid out of La Plata, Maryland, and I can't be more excited to have him in our room as well. He's a great athlete. He's about 6'2", 245, can run. In fact, yesterday I saw he finally took the next step in my eyes. He's got to continue to get better, but yesterday he scored a 70-yard touchdown, so that was really exciting to see, and Kevin's been a mentor to him, which is huge. Then we got Nate Scruggs in the room, who everybody, Eagle fans know about Nate Scruggs. He's a great kid, does everything you ask, and, he's a technician, so we're excited to have him as well.
He made some good catches the last couple of days in practice. I know a couple of days ago in a scrimmage he made a good catch across the middle. Again, that's a plethora of talent at the tight end position. You add that to the receivers that we have. We have a lot of weapons on the outside.
Oh, absolutely, and that's the big thing. I think the offense is clicking at the right time. We're 2 weeks out from ECU. The receivers are starting with the tight ends. We're doing a lot of perimeter blocking and working together. From an offensive line standpoint, I have an O-line background, and with Coach O, our communication, along the line with the tight ends is huge, and they're doing a really good job, communicating on the line of scrimmage in the run game. Running backs are doing awesome, and the tight ends are distributing the ball evenly, to keep everybody happy, which is a huge part of the offense.
If you could, talk about your background a little bit, how you got here to North Carolina Central under Coach Mack.
Yeah, so Coach Mack and I now have known each other for 6 years, and we became good friends right off the bat. We worked Mike Devlin, the offensive line coach of the New York Jets. I worked his camp, and so did Coach Mack. We were both interning, and we became friends instantly through Mike Bloomgren. And as soon as we actually played each other this year, I was at Tulane last year, and he was at South Alabama, and we ended up playing each other. And from week one on, we kept being in communication, and then he gave me a call when we were playing in the New Orleans Bowl, and it was extremely hard, but it was the right decision. I knew as soon as he gave me the call, it was for me from a professional standpoint, I knew it would be a great opportunity to get on the road recruiting and coach my own position. So.
Well, we certainly are glad you're here. Talk about that offense, especially, what people should see from the tight ends. Should we see them line up in the inside like a slot sort of, and they'll also have the ability to put their hands in the dirt as well?
Yeah, as far as the tight end position is concerned, in our offense is the most diverse position. We ask them to block. We have them out in space, creating mismatches with our size. So I think you're going to see a lot. You're going to see them heavily involved in the run game. In the pass game, they're going to be involved as well. So, I think we can get an all-conference kid out of this position.
One word that's been thrown around quite a bit here in the preseason is family. Not only with the young men, the student athletes, but with your coaching staff. You and the rest of the staff seem to really be tight-knit.
Definitely, and I think that's a huge thing, from just having the opportunity to coach a lot of different places. Coach Mack, one of the things, he's a family guy, and we have a lot of the same beliefs, and I think as well as the other coaches, they believe in what Coach Mack preaches, and, as well as I do. So I think that's huge. Whenever you can have a staff that's that united and gets along and it clicks, I think it carries over, with the players.
Well, we're certainly glad to have you here and the rest of the staff here. We certainly appreciate the time. Coach McCarthy, we'll keep in contact, keep in touch, and keep track of you here in the 2014 season of the tight ends and see how things go from there. Thanks for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
That is Mike McCarthy, the tight ends coach here at North Carolina Central.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.